there and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Today we are out in beautiful South Padre Island at sunset, taking some photos. My husband has been gracious enough to come out here with me and take the photos of me while we make this video and figure out if we're going to be posing. Taking photos can be extremely nerve-wracking and make a lot of people anxious, especially if they're not used to being on camera. So I have a few tips and tricks for y'all just to kind of help you figure out how to pose whenever you're in front of the camera. During college, I worked as a photographer's assistant along with a spokesmodel, and I kind of learned the inner workings of how to pose. And I even worked as a modeling coach for a short period of time. After all of that, I was kind of able to put together a list of things that I thought were always helpful in order to be posing properly on camera. And roughly 2 years ago, I actually started my own photography business. It has further made me figure out how to pose even when I'm standing behind camera. I hope these tips make you feel more confident whenever you're taking photos, whether it's on your iPhone or whether you have a professional photo shoot coming up either by yourself, with your significant other, or with your family. But let's go ahead and get started. When taking photos, it's really important to understand which side of your face that you prefer, because that way when you get your photos back, you're going to be more inclined to actually like them. In my case, I already know that this side is my favorite side of my face, and I think that that's because this side is actually slimmer than this side, and also my hair is parted this way, so I feel like this is just my better side, so I always tend to default this direction. So another tip is to make sure that you have good posture. Now, you can always break this rule, especially if you're trying to appear more emotional or even like sultry. So you don't always have to have the perfect posture, elongated neck, straight spine. You can also kind of be a little bit more sad. Let's go ahead and try straight posture and then a little bit more sultry.
Yep, right there. Yes.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to being a little bit more sulky. So.
Yep. Yep. Right there.
So as you see, I kind of changed my facial features whenever I was being a little bit more sulky, because it doesn't make any sense for me to be like this and also be like this unless it's cold outside and I'm smiling. Okay, so the next thing, kind of bouncing off of the last, is facial expression. You can't always be smiling the whole time because your face is gonna hurt, especially if you have a long shoot going on. I've had that happen a few times. The best way to think is what mood you're feeling, what mood you're trying to create for your photos. I do like doing a few serious photos, so I look off like this, and I typically will lift my eyebrows. I'm not good at lifting both, just lifting my eyebrows. Also, a good way to figure out a smile is to either smile with your eyes or actually laugh, because if you stand there and you're like this, I hope Isaac got that photo.
Oh yeah, I got it.
That looks ridiculous. You're gonna look horrible. So the best way to do it is to actually pretend like you're laughing. So a lot of the times I like to have either my husband try to make me laugh, or I just pretend to laugh. And especially when I'm taking photos, I'm like, oh, whisper a vegetable in someone's ear. What I like to do is I'm like,
That's great.
and it looks a lot more natural than if you're just standing there smiling. Next thing, do not be afraid to move around. It is the best thing. Make sure you have the shutter on. Whoever's taking the photos of you is taking a lot of photos, so you can get a lot of movement. Something that I like to do is I like to shift back and forth, and sometimes I'll even have my hair. And then you can, sometimes I like to walk a little bit, and I'll just kind of pace back and forth. Have fun with it. Have fun with it and make it exciting. the next part is use what you're wearing to your advantage, and also use your body parts, your arms, your legs, your neck, your hair, everything. So this is kind of what makes your photos look a little unique rather than just standing straight up. So something that I love to do is like touch my wrists. So touching my wrists, just something simple. Also, if you have jeans or jean shorts or anything with belt loops or pockets, this is like a really good way to utilize this.
Yes.
You can put the hands in the back of your pockets. And then also if you have jewelry, mess with the jewelry.
You know, shoulder. Yes.
Mess with your hair.
Oh, I like that.
And then even if you want to be looking like a little bit more, I guess, attractive, or be like this. The last thing is just make sure you're having fun, because the whole point of taking these photos is to have some memories that you can look back on. So make sure you're enjoying the moment, and try to find a friend, if you're just taking photos on your own, that makes you enjoy this and it's not like a tedious task. You should be having fun. But always make sure you're taking numerous photos so you have a bunch to choose from and you at least have a few that you like in there, especially since we were so picky now. Unfortunately, we got out here a little late, so we actually have to head back in because it is getting way dark out here. But I hope you all enjoyed watching this video and have a great day.
All right. Bye.